Okay, before we actually start the opening, we observe, we look, we check his eyes, is his nose runny, his tongue, his skin, is it dry, his weight. So we listen and we smell, we observe. And then we ask questions and inquire to find out the history, what's been going on. And then we'll actually feel the horse, and this is what starts the opening. We feel his muscles, and once we put our hands on him, that starts the blood and the chi flowing, and we feel for hots, colds, hard muscles. And we'll do this on both sides, but for time's sake, to keep my video short, I'm just going to do it on the one side. This is Zach, and the first thing we did do is we introduced ourselves to Zach and said hello, and then we started this. Now I'm going to start the bladder meridian, and we'll go down the bladder meridian, which is 3 kun off the center line, and we'll go all the way to that 10 point. I keep one hand on him, and I run down with my palm, staying out of the way in case they would kick. So 1, 2, and the emotion line, the bladder meridian emotion line runs in there. And this would be 3. I lost track of my coning. Hopefully that was 3. Okay, so bladder meridian. We'll go to 13, which is your first intercostal space, and 3 kun from the midline. So, right there, you can actually feel the heat. And then 14. 15 would be in the next intercostal space, which I believe would be 10. 16 is actually a skip. It's not associated with an organ. 17 is kind of a skip. So 18. We have 2 18s. Make sure I stay up high enough. There we go, 18. And now 18. I feel 18 softening, so I just held for a second longer. Oh, and we got a lick in a chew. And this is 18. This is the second 18. In my space, my next intercostal space, 19. Right there. Oh, definitely, I can feel it there. 20. Oh, I'm gonna wait in a minute. He's just looking and chewing like crazy and yawning. And so what was I on? Oh, I got myself sidetracked. Pretty sure I'm in 20. 21. 23, that should come out. 21. Right there. Oh, and we're looking at chewing. And 22. 22 is hard. And from the point here, 23. And then 25, again 3, and then right up in here. Oops. Interesting. Zach, that makes it harder tipping away as big as you are. 27. It's right in here. And 28. 28 feels hard there. There. Oh, that's opening up. Okay, so then the thumb technique, I'm just gonna, this is the thumb technique that I'm doing right now. Just like that. And then the finger technique we'll do right here on bladder 23. So putting one finger, the other finger on top, and then stay really soft and just wait till you feel some change in it to open. It's like the muddy waters. If you just soften, it changes rather than pressing down too hard right away. It's just staying a little bit soft. Oh, there. Kind of felt the point right over there, so I moved my finger here. There. And that's it. But before we would have done the point work, we would have gone to the other side. But to keep the video short, I am going to do the other side after the video's done. And this is Zach. Thank you, Zach.